Hello, my name is Gamergeek and today I will be reviewing Kingdom Hearts 2. If you haven't played this game, I suggest you back out now. Unless you like spoiling and like the fun of ruining the whole fun of the game, then please go ahead and listen Ruffle Cakes. Here we have a good story, amazing combat and good animation. As you can see, this is why I love the series so much the best. The story starts off some years after the first game. Sora, Donald, and Goofy don't appear until a little bit later in the game. You play as a dude named Roxas, a guy who is with Organization 13 and gets attacked by Riku because he has the Keyblade, and then he gets knocked out in a simulation called Twilight Town, causing him to be thoughtless, not knowing who the fuck he is. After a while you end up fighting a bunch of Heartless and going up against Axel, a member of the organization. Then you beat him, finding Sora, Donald, and Goofy in a pod. If you have not played Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, you don't know a damn thing about how the second game takes place, and I mean a damn thing, because when I was a kid I did not understand why Sora, Donald, and Goofy was in a pod. This is the remastered version of the PlayStation 4. Sorry Microsoft fans, I don't do much reviews in Xbox One games, unless they are the Halo franchise or any other exclusive meant for the Xbox One. Anyways, is back to the story. There's a lot of emotion attached in the game. I got stuck feeling sad at some points. Sora, Donald, and Goofy must seal every keyhole until all the worlds they travel to disappear from each other and end up somewhere else. As I used my cheats from my USB, playing it on critical mode max stats for both characters. If you have Save Wizard and end up using cheats for the game and max up all your levels, don't use the run dash skill in the beginning of the game, because if you do, Roxas ends up freezing and looking like a cross. Also, don't use it until you are Sora, which has changed clothes and changed outfit. I guess that's not meant for anything but later in the game. Anyways, there is a ton of collectibles and you will be tempted to get all of the king crowns. You won't want to not get them. Trust me, it's hard as hell. Throughout the game you face a lot of fun bosses and see some recent characters. Sadly, Peter Pan, Alice and Wonderland, and Tarzan are not in the game. You get a special ability that allows you to change into a magical form called Drive. There are 6 forms: Valor, Wisdom, Limit, my favorite, which is Master Form, Final Form, which I've never gotten to use, and then lastly you have Anti-Form. Anti-Form is rare, I've only gotten it when facing bosses and getting ass raped by a boss tons of times. When I would transform, Sora would turn into a dark-looking creature. Lol. Anyways, the fun of the game is the RPG-like elements it provides you. It feels real, it feels so satisfying to use a keyblade and attack a heartless or human. Same as the last game, all the Kingdom Hearts games feel so realistic and feel so good to play. Only a true gamer would know how that feels wrathful. Anyways, I guess I'll spoil the last level. You end up going back to Twilight Town, going to the mansion that Roxas found Sword in. Then you find out there were two types of Twilight Towns, like a different dimension. Roxas ends up waking in the other Twilight Town, which you end up going to. In the way, you end up going into a portal that leads to another world. There is Axel saying sorry for kidnapping Sora's girlfriend Carrie. That's the whole point of Sora going to the world, to find Carrie and Riku. Riku ends up being the guy who knocked out Roxas, giving him pure pose to be a person again. You end up fighting Roxas in a world called Castle Oblivion. You find out he's Sora's offer self. Sora then wakes up out of his trance. You then face 4 more bosses. The last fucking boss is a guy who sits on a chair who looks like he's sitting on a gosh damn toilet. Anyways, he's Xehanort in disguise, forgetting who he is. If you don't know who the fuck Xehanort is, play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Then you beat him, and Sora and Riku seem to be stuck in the destroyed world Xehanort put there. Sora carries Riku into the light, and then they are stuck in a dark world that's actually the real world, and it's the world you see in the beginning of the game. Sora talks to Riku about wanting to beat him, and Riku says he's always wanted to be like him. Then Sora takes a nap and then wakes up when Riku finds a bottle that Carrie wrote to Sora, hoping he got it. Anyways, he reads it and a magical light appears, and then they are in the water, and there is Carrie, Donald, Goofy, and Mickey. If you beat the game in a different ending, you get a special cutscene. Anyways, I've been writing this a long time now. Now for the rating, I'll give it, since everyone has been expecting it. It gets a 10 over 10, because it's a beloved series to anyone who's played it when they were kids. I am not like all those other reviewers who talk shit about a certain game. For all I care, they can have a chopstick up their ass. Anyways, more videos are coming soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give Zachariah Stefan Strumsky's channel a like. This is Gamer Geek signing out.